What's up, guys? Jeremy here from RC Nightmare, giving you my final review of the Arrma Mojave. This is a two-wheel drive brushed short course truck right at the $200 price point, or just under. The biggest plus to this kit is not on screen. It comes fully packed with all the batteries you need to run it, batteries for the remote, nice little $200 setup. I mean, it's like basically, how would I say this, like Christmas gift in a box for someone looking to get their first hobby grade RC. So in terms of durability, let's just start right out. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I think by the nature of two-wheel drive short course trucks, it's going to be durable because, check that, with brushed motors, it's going to be pretty durable just because you're not going that fast. I mean, the Nerf bars are all right. The front bumper held up okay. The rear bumpers held up just fine. I could definitely see, I mean, these are some of the thinnest shocks I've ever seen in my life on a short course truck. They're very thin. You know, they definitely require a little bit of tweaking right outside of the box, you know, as you're replacing these tires in my quoted gangsta rims. If you're doing that, you know, these shocks are going to be a problem. Long term. Out of the box, I didn't have any immediate issues with it. Bashability, I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5 or a 3 out of 5 because this truck is really for bashing. You know, brush motor, excuse me, I had to cough there. The brush motor makes it a little slow. It is what it is, right? So as a lot of other people review kits, they try to hold a $175 or $200 kit to the same standard you would hold a $400 kit to. I'm not doing that. I'm saying, all right, look, there's a pile of sub $200 two-wheel drive short course trucks. Now let's compare it against them. So I thought the motor was fine. You know, radio and all that was totally fine. Definitely livened up on the lipo over the nickel metal. But for me, bashing, I gotta have brushless. That's just how I am. But for a first RC, it's probably fine. So if it's your first RC, I'd give it like a 3.5, 3.75. If it's anything but your first, it's going to be a 3. Raceability, I don't know. I just don't know about this one. I mean, I would give it a, I mean, if you're in some sort of stock two-wheel drive short course truck, you know, it's just not for racing. I mean, I'm going to give it a 2 because maybe you could figure out a way, you know, to compete, but I mean the two-wheel drive short course truck class is so damn competitive. You've got Team Associated, you've got HPI, I mean you've got Team Durango, you've got Team Losi. I mean there's no way you're going to throw the Mojave out there and compete. That's not what this truck is for. This truck is for a kid who wants an RC car and their mom or dad doesn't want to buy it from Radio Shack or whatever. And you know, Arrma's gotten some serious mileage out of this kind of TVP design. They've used it, overused it, abused it. I think that they've, you know, unless they come out with an RC tank with the same chassis, I've had enough of this chassis, come up with something new. Value, I think value is really where it shines at the sub $200 price point to come with the batteries for everything, chargers, all that stuff, you know, ready to go. Of the, you know, I guess there's like the Ruckus and there's all these other kind of two-wheel drive sub $200 short course trucks. I think value, you're getting a 4.5 out of 5. I mean, I don't know how much cheaper you can make this truck, include all that stuff. I mean, you know, if it was 150, it would be a 5 out of 5. Let's put it that way. But I mean, that's $150 is just not with all the stuff it comes with. So being under $200, you work your coupon codes, you could probably save another 10% off that. So maybe you're getting this truck for $180. That's a great value. Fun factor, I don't know if I talked about that. For me, this is a hard one because I don't want to discourage people from buying their first RC car, right? For me, somebody who, you know, right after I drive something like this, I can go drive a 1/5 scale hyper-tuned Losi 5 gas-powered machine. This isn't very fun for me. However, if I try to put myself back into the early stages of RC, early teens or somebody's first RC, I think it could be pretty fun. You could get a little ramp, you could have some fun racing around. You definitely have a unique looking kit here that, you know, isn't kind of like your standard you know, cheapo two-wheel drive. If I compare it to the Slash two-wheel drive, it's hard. It's really hard. Arrma's done a good job coming on, you know, breaking out on the scene. I stand by the fact that I really love their Raider buggy. You know, so if it's your first RC, it's going to be fine. To me, there are a lot of other options out there for two-wheel drives, so it really comes down to your budget. If you're really trying to stay under 200 bucks, it's a great truck. You're gonna have a lot of fun with it. If you're willing to spend a little bit more, maybe go into a Slash or something like that. So, fun factor, I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I'm gonna give it a fair score. Remember, a 2.5 is not like a terrible score. It's just because hardly anything scores over 4, and so 2.5 or 3 out of 5 is where I put it. Would I buy it again? For me, no way. Only because the only reason I roll with a two-wheel drive short course truck is if I'm going to race it, and that's not what this kit is for. There was nothing inherently wrong with the kit. If somebody came to me and said, hey, I'm looking for my first RC, looking at the Arrma Mojave, anything off with it, I would say no, it's a great buy. It comes with all the stuff you need. Or if somebody said, hey, I only have 200 bucks to spend, what can I get? You know, this is definitely something I would say to look at. So Arrma does a great job with it. Maybe it doesn't do enough to differentiate itself from other of the affordable two-wheel drive short course truck, but they did also throw into the box the batteries and all that stuff. So, I mean, that's $30 worth of stuff right there. I'm talking like even including the double A's if I remember right. I can't remember specifically, but I'm pretty sure it did. So it's, I mean, in terms of a bundle price, I think this truck will do great for gifts and like Christmas and stuff like that. So overall, meh, you know, it's a two-wheel drive brushed short course truck. No two-wheel drive brushed short course truck is going to blow me away. It just won't. But if it was my first RC, sure. So for RC Nightmare, I'm Jeremy. I look forward to having you crush that like button underneath the video, subscribing to the channel if you're brand new, and chatting with you down below in the comments. We'll talk to you real soon.